Memory items for Airbus A320 loss of braking. The core of all memory items may be found in Flight Crew Operational Manual section Abnormal and Emergency Procedures, section, Brakes. For more expandable information, refer to Flight Crew Technical Manual, Abnormal and Emergency Procedures, section, Brakes. If the flight crew does not perceive deceleration when required, the flight crew will apply the loss of braking procedure from memory, because of the urgency of the situation. Each of the main wheel is equipped with multi-discs carbon brakes. Two sets of pistons supplied by the green and yellow hydraulic system operated the brakes. The green hydraulic system powers one set of pistons for the normal braking system. The other set of pistons is powered by the yellow hydraulic system and a yellow pressure accumulator for the alternate braking system and parking brake. Initiation of loss of braking memory items is the loss of braking callout. Let's do a review of all items step by step. Reversers set maximum. Comments: if needed, full reverse thrust may be used until coming to a complete stop, below 70 knot, when the flight crew considers that the aircraft can stop on the runway. The flight crew should set idle reverse thrust. Unless required due to an emergency, it is recommended to avoid the use of high level of reverse thrust at low speed, in order to avoid engine stall, foreign objects damage or excessive EGT. Brake pedals release. Comments: pilot flying should release the brake pedals before the pilot monitoring selects the antiskid off. This action avoids brutal braking applications. Anti-skid set off. Comments: in order to successfully revert to alternate braking, it is important to sequence the actions in 3 steps. The pilot flying should at first release the brake pedals. At second, request the pilot monitoring to set the anti-skid and nose wheel steering switch to off. And as the third item, press the brake pedals. Threats. Crew has to take into consideration differences between early MSN aircraft and newer ones. New aircrafts are equipped by alternate braking control unit, which helps pilot to not exceed the required 1000 psi during alternate braking. Note: even the aircraft has an alternate braking control unit that does not remove the responsibility from the pilot to check the triple indicator carefully not to exceed 1000 psi. Brake pedals press. Maximum brake press 1000 psi. If still no braking, parking brake use. Use short successive parking brake applications to stop the aircraft. Threats. Brake onset asymmetry may be felt at each brake application. In such a case, and if possible, delay the use of parking brake until low speed, to reduce the risk of tire burst and lateral control difficulties. The crew should be aware of a specific situation when the loss of braking happens during a taxi before a turn. The crew has to immediately decide whether it is better to do the memory item quickly or after the turn. The reason is the loss of the nose wheel steering based on performing the antiskid off action. Memory item summary for memorizing. Reversers maximum. Brake pedals release. Anti-skid off order. Anti-skid and nose wheel steering off. Brake pedals press. Maximum pressure 1000 psi. If still no braking, parking brake use. Wish you never need this procedure anywhere else than at the simulator lesson.